And welcome everyone to another episode of WindRiders of Aria. I am Will, or the Halfling Wizard, and I have the honor of GMing, DMing, chaos facilitating for this incredibly chaotic group of folks, who I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you. I'm going to go around clockwise, I think, from my left this way. We're going to start with MC Henry, or
Yeah,
Entourage. I'm
yeah.
going to go.
Presenting to you, Antrak or Henry, as you prefer, Antrak, the wizard, so to speak, of the crew. Here we go.
Okay. We'll go down for that to Katerina.
Hey, I'm Lisa. I play Katerina, brand new first officer. Excited.
Okay. We'll go down to Gath.
Hi everybody, I am Old Worm Slayer and I will be playing Geth Alfredi tonight.
Okay. Let's go to Captain Keddick.
Hello, everyone. I'm Riku, and I'm playing Kuduk.
Okay. And A.
Hey y'all, I am Celtic, also known as. I'm playing. It's been a long week. Okay, I almost
Fair.
passed out and overslept.
It's okay.
But yeah, but I'm playing A, the chief engineer, and also somewhat demolitions at this point.
Okay.
Considering the amount of shit I've blown up.
Uh, well, we're glad that you're here and that you did not crash. And although I know that your crazy schedule happens because of Christmas. So hopefully one day you'll be able to relax. I said that's why I said hopefully one day. So, all right, and of course, last but not least, Doctor Vincenzo or Vin.
Hello, everyone. This is Mikey, who gets the pleasure to play Dr. Vincenzo Ardent, your pretty boy. Doctor, is there a doctor in the house? Let's do this.
Okay, and of course, again, I am Will, or the Halfling Wizard. I get to be the leader of this group. So, all right, we're gonna jump in. Last time we were here, which was a long time ago, the crew had been debriefed. They went through several weeks of R&R, all except for A, who was recruited to work on the new ship, the refit, and the WindRider. And eventually you were all sort of reassigned to your new posts. Some of you had received uh, a rank increase, a promotion. And Katerina, she became the new first officer to Captain Keddick. Gath, I believe, is now over munitions. Antarak is the head researcher. A, of course, is basically fleet engineer. Is basically what they have created him as. So where we are now is this is right before you're about to officially launch. So this is a briefing. You will all be called to the military headquarters. You will all have received a knock at your door early in the morning on board the WindRider. And it would have been an escort to escort you to this meeting. You would be, when you go to the meeting, you will walk into the room, and in the room is a large, long, sort of oval shaped, not sized, oval shaped table. At the far end, you do have here comes Gath again. You do have the head of the Fossen military there, and several other folks, some of which some of you have met, and some of you have not met. Um, Katerina, you specifically will notice the gentleman sitting at the table that was your debrief. Who is the head of your debrief? As he sits at the table with a scowl on his face. Other members are there's another female there and another gentleman there, and they tell you to come in and have a seat. So I'm assuming you all do so, and as you do, the gentleman at the head of the table will stand, and you all know him as everybody knows this gentleman. This is Chief Commander Varnick, who is over the Fossen military. He welcomes you, and he tells you, and he sort of indicates to a gentleman in the back of the room to who comes around and drops these sort of folders in front of you. And he'll say, if you'll open your folders, you'll notice in there a couple of different things. You'll notice there's a map, and some very vague writings from an old journal that was discovered recently by your head researcher, Mr. Antarak, there in his searchings. And we will be sending you on your next mission. This map that you see located in the very beginning of your folder is a map of Aria. It is a very old map of Aria. None of the, as you all look at these, none of the modern day names are on this map. They're all old names that you don't recognize. They'll say that this map is extremely old. It was discovered in a cave in the North Hills, and it had been there for centuries for the most part. But it is a map that shows the locations of several, how shall we say, items of interest to the Fossen government and truly to the people who seek to broaden our presence into space and beyond. Your job will be to go to each of these places, decode where they are located, get in, get the items, and return them to us. This mission will entail a lot of your diplomatic experiences, and some may require a little more brute force. But the obtaining of these items is imperative. As of this moment, there are no other missions as important as this one, as far as you are all concerned. Nothing takes precedence over this. Any questions? Okay. He'll say, then report back to your ship, and you will be setting sail first thing in the morning at 4:30 sharp. Good hunting. And he gathers his things, turns, and they all get up and walk out the door, leaving you all in the room by yourselves.
Well,
So,
it's time for another adventure.
okay.
It's like adventure, more like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, a really dangerous one at that.
Good hunting? Wasn't that a movie?
Maybe I think it was like Good Bill or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah, the moving pictures. I went to one of those once. Okay.
Scavenger hunts are adventures
They certainly can
if
be.
they're done right.
If you look in your folders, there's more information in there. You will see a list of contacts. Um, sorry, give me 1 second. No, continue. Okay, there it goes. Various locations. One of those contacts listed on there is actually Talia Vane from the Obsidian Outpost.
As soon as that name is said, A is just head in hand going like, Jesus Christ.
Wait, she's still alive?
Apparently.
I don't know what has a higher survivability, cockroaches or her.
Well, I guess.
So do we know where our first?
Yes, it says in your briefing in the folder that you have, there is actually a briefing at the beginning that tells you that the very first thing you're looking for is a rod. It's called the Rod of Zern. Zan, Zhan, Rod of Zen. And it is located on the map, it's located in a place called Eraset. When you look at the map, there is an actual like current map layover that you can lay over the old map and kind of see where things are located. This is the only object that they know the specific location for. The other objects are very like, we don't know specific locations for them. We just know the location of this one specifically. The Rod of Eraset can be found in East Haven.
Are you serious? Ah! Well, this will be interesting.
What's wrong with East Haven?
She's from East Haven.
That's
Yeah. We do know
yeah,
also in the
it's,
briefing, in the brief, it does also say that it is located in an old ancient temple in Danor City, which is a small city to the north of the capital. But to get there, you have to go through the capital.
So, Katerina, do you know how to get through this area without us having to deal with your old boss that you don't like?
well, I don't know what my status is there. Either I'll be welcomed back or killed on sight. So I don't think they would kill a member of the Fossen military. So
No.
I was more referring to your
maybe some fast
familiarity.
talking. I'm much more
With the
concerned
treasure.
about the fact that when I left, East Haven was on the brink of a nasty civil war.
That might be to our advantage if they're too distracted with the Civil War. We might be able to get through undetected. But you would know how to
I'm
navigate the
sorry, I can
capital
barely
better
hear
than
you,
anybody.
Gaff.
He
Still
said
couldn't hear
that
you.
it's
You're very
probably
quiet.
he said it's probably for the best if they're in a civil war because they might be just too distracted to basically, you know, deal with you all.
Well, they're
Can you
very
hear me now?
little better. They're very hungry for technology, and they would do anything to get the airship. So I would not recommend landing the airship in the city proper because, yeah, that could be bad.
Okay. Captain, what do you have to say about all this?
Uh, I mean, regardless of what happens, you'll have all of us here to protect you, Katarina. You won't have to worry about. We will make sure no harm comes to you, regardless of their feelings towards you. We're there on business, regardless of whether uh, they accept you or not. The truth is, you're here with us.
At one point, I had some sway with the king, so don't know if I still do or not, but could help us if I do.
That will definitely help
We'll
us.
have to see when we get there. I would definitely like to find out what the political climate is right now, though, if they have any intel on that.
I mean, it'll definitely help us out if you have any, if you end up having any sort of in, but obviously your safety will come first. So we will help you as much as we can. You know that. But that is an invaluable thing.
I guess our roles are reversed.
Sometimes uh think of it as me kind of repaying you for the past many times you've done the same for me.
Aww.
We have a good crew. I feel comfortable working with every member of this crew. Shall we I'm not sure who would I ask about the current political climate there, or is it in the
Probably
briefing?
probably anyone that's, associated with Varnick. I mean, any of his undersecretary or under any of his underlings would probably be able to tell you something. You could just send a request to his office.
Absolutely.
Okay. If you send a request to his office, they will tell you that they will send his response and any data they have to the WindRider, and it'll be there before you leave.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so what time of day is it now?
You guys, it's midday, so you have the rest of the day to prep before you head out at 4:30 in the morning.
I check.
Hello.
Okay, I was fiddling with setting so
Okay.
that way Mike would be better.
Okay. Well, I can hear you fine.
Yes, it sounds. I can hear you much better.
Cool. So, what is everybody doing in
The
their?
volume setting for the mic was lower than the headset.
That's okay. That's fine. So, what is everybody doing in this? Basically, the 6 hours you have before you go to bed. The one thing they will also
I
tell
would
you.
like to meet with the new security.
Sorry,
Okay,
let me
go
run
ahead.
one thing, and then you can tell me. One thing they do tell you is that that you're going to be gone for a while. You will not be back for who knows how long. So if you have any tie-ins that you need to tie up, any loose ends of that sort of thing, take care of that before you leave. So anyway, you want to meet with your new security. What?
New security officer.
Okay. They'll be on board. They're probably already on board at this point.
Okay, and then have I already met with him?
I don't think so.
I mean, assuming they've been on board, I would have.
No,
All right,
they've.
I'll just send you a private chat with what I was going to discuss with him.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You will not have met and it's not a chief of security; it's a master of arms.
Okay.
That sucks. Sorry, that was insider chatting with us. Sorry about that. So no, you have not met the new master of arms, because they were just assigned.
Okay.
So, but they'll be there. They'll be there when you guys go to the ship. He should, or they should be. He should be. She should be. I haven't decided yet. So okay. What about everybody else?
So I'm assuming we have all the supplies and everything we need on board.
Mm-hmm. Yes. While you guys are in briefing, they're loading you guys up with everything you're going to need. You know, you'll have to hit supply stations along the way, but yeah.
Yeah. A's going to pretty much head back to like the engine rooms, like the workshop area, because I'm pretty sure they have that in the engine room to fabricate what they need on site.
Oh yeah.
Because he's going to still work on those upgrades for Carrick's legs that he's thinking about.
That's not a priority.
I love it.
Hey, don't care if it's
hobby.
A priority. That's what A's doing.
That is true. A is a free spirit, as we have all discovered. So, all right. So you're off to the workshop where you can.
Man, I'll do what I want.
Yeah. So you can yeah. There, and you'll have access to all kinds of stuff now. You can actually requisition stuff because you're literally fleet engineers, so you can almost get anything you want. You know, probably not anything you want because they know who you are, but
oh Lord,
close to know what you want. All right, what about the captain? What are you up to?
I think the captain right now is just doing what prep work he needs to do beforehand, whether that's checking on paperwork, supplies, and trying to get as much rest before this. The last journey was a bit chaotic, so he's kind of trying to just enjoy the last minutes of peace before things get crazy again. After the last one of hopping, what felt like hopping dimensions and who knows what else. And ending up in a coma again.
Yeah. I like how you use the word peace. Like that's going to be a thing.
Yeah. Well, the current piece in relativity, I am enjoying that for now.
Fair enough. And I will let you enjoy that, albeit briefly.
Great. Enjoy it while you can. That's what you got to do these days, right?
Indeed. Enjoy it while you can. All right. Vin. What are you up to?
So I think Vin would probably end up after realizing probably should check to see if we have enough of the basic medical supplies on ship, and then if anything, go out and go try to get some of the things that he needs more of or what's missing. So just double checking to make sure everything is good to go.
Okay.
Basically taking inventory.
That's fair. Yeah, and they will when you get back to the med bay, you'll find tons of new supplies that they have basically dropped in your lap. It's like
Ooh.
all the known anti-venoms, all of it's like literally they're expecting holy hell to break loose. So they literally sent you stuff that you probably have actually never had any true experience with. You've probably read about it, but you've never actually seen these things in person.
Ooh.
So yeah.
I
So
hope one of
it's
those anti-venom isn't a crazy symbiote.
Oh no.
no.
You're
None of
like,
that.
why is this black stuff moving? Ah!
Exactly. Hey, you never know. There's stuff. There's all
Stop
kinds
giving
of
him ideas.
Well, we'll say this is quid pro quo.
That was like, what was it? What was it from Origins? It was sky snakes, which are now a thing, by the way.
I still got to kick Nick's ass for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yay!
Party.
So yeah, you've got all manner of things. It's in lots and lots of cool stuff, including some new equipment.
Ooh.
You have what is in essence a tricorder, but it's not itty bitty. It's a good size sort of sonic type X-ray thing, but it will help you kind of locate fractured bones, internal bleeding, that sort of thing. It's all brand new technology, brand new tech.
Like a kid on Christmas, Vin's like, "Oh boy, here we go." It
So,
immediately
yes.
starts immediately starts looking at it, touching it, reading the manual how to use this
Oh,
thing.
Yeah. And also new bio beds.
Yes.
Yeah, that allow you to track like heart rate and things of that nature.
I love it so much. Yeah, Vin at this point is playing with the new toys, calibrating things. It's just like, making sure everything is good to go. Because in his mind, he feels like, hopefully, we don't need these soon. But something tells me we're going to.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have put them here.
This is like Vin's not dumb. He's just like, I don't know a lot about this crew, but something tells me we're going to need all these things. Hopefully, not in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, no. Hopefully not. If so, wow, you guys are really bad. That's like, ugh.
I take offense to what is this we were talking about?
It
No,
all
just kidding.
happens in dry dock. You're like in dry dock. How does one, it's like.
Trust me, if there is a will, there is a way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Like in, Star Trek 3, Search for Spock. How can you have a red alert in dry dock?
Bet.
Yeah. Oh, I know. On Tarak, what are you up to?
Antrak is kind of losing his mind with his setup. He's floored at the idea that people are doing what he's telling them to. So I think at first he's giving them a really bunch of dumb commands of like, "Hey, can you fill up my coffee cup? Can you make
They're
sure my
doing things without you having to throw a fireball down their throat.
That
ink
is
doesn't run
hilarious.
out?" Oh my gosh! One fireball down one throat.
Down one throat, and now it's
And
become a thing.
now I could never live that down.
Never.
But
become a god. One fireball. Gosh, what is?
He
Yeah, they do your little crew. They do whatever you tell them to do too. I mean, you need
yeah,
coffee, they're there. They're like, you need this, they're there.
but I think he eventually in this library will discover texts that he finds grossly fascinating that he's going to dive into, and so he's going to divest a lot of his time actually to doing probably what his job description is, and uh, is actually like researching a lot of stuff that he has no idea about how to work or what it's like. And I don't know how helpful will be in the future, but he is probably like trying to read 7 books at the same time, trying to take notes on all of them, trying to prioritize what order I should read these in. Uh, oh, I've got these strategic maps from somewhere that I'm supposed to look at. I should do that. I am going to just try and do all of this as fast as I can.
Okay.
Didn't didn't you have your quarters moved into your research area?
Yep.
Was that a thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he did. They literally moved his quarters into the research library. So he literally sleeps and breathes books. So yeah, okay, cool. So your eyeballs deep into research. Love it.
One book. Two book.
Two books. Ah,
3 book on truck is all the time.
there are way too many books. Way too many books. All right, so Gath, what are you up to for 6 hours? What does he do?
That actually, unless they stop him, reports to the ship immediately.
Okay, that's fine. You can head right to the ship. For the most part, when
He
you
will
get to
go
the
to.
so anyone real quick, anyone who gets to the ship, who goes to the ship now, for the most part, it's pretty vacant. The crew is not officially gotten there yet. They won't get there till early in the later in the evening, early morning. So right now it's mostly just repair crews, any refit crew that's still there, and basically skeleton crew. A's in the engine room, Entourax in the library, that sort of thing. But when you get there, it's pretty quiet.
Exactly what he was expecting. He goes to his assigned area and just goes over the information provided for the mission,
Okay.
and then we'll call it a night once it's his body tells him it's time.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. All right. So everyone is doing their thing. So, Carrick, what were you? I know you were like relaxing or chilling or whatever. What specifically were you doing?
I think it's after he's done any sort of like paperwork, any sort of physical preparations he has to do beforehand. He's probably taking some time to just meditate in his quarters, sort
Okay.
of just trying
On
to
board
calm
the ship.
himself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. That's kind of what I was hoping you would say you were doing.
Oh, great. Cool.
So as you're meditating,
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
calming, you're getting calm. You feel your body sort of just relaxing. You feel your mind relaxing. You feel almost normal for the first time in a very long time.
Mhm.
And you find yourself floating off to sleep. And that's it.
God damn it! God damn. I was ready for you to try to pull some kind of like side effect.
Yeah,
of-
I know you
of
were.
the-
I know you were. There's
Yeah.
plenty of time for that.
Yep, I
Plenty
know.
of time.
Okay.
No, he
All right.
legitimately gets like truly centered, and he really kind of feels himself for the first time in a long time. To the point where he literally can just fall asleep and feel safe about falling asleep.
For once, normalcy. Kinda.
Yeah, it's only as normal as it can be, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, but he's in a good place. Okay. So as the time is ticking, the crew begin to come on board. They begin to check in, sign in, go to their assigned quarters. They're this, that, and the other. The ship begins to fill up with its crew. Gath, if you're in munitions, your munitions crew will show up. You have about a dozen men and women that are very well versed in munitions. So all you have to do is tell them what to do, and they can do it. Dr. Ardent, your nurses begin to show up. You have about 24 men and women. There's also you have a second doctor for there to be 2 shifts, so you have time to rest. The second doctor, so you'll meet all of those folks as they come in. As you're in the engine room, your engineers show up. You have about 36 engineers. You have 3 shifts. So the one big thing, I guess, let me describe real quick. Let me tell you about the WindRider, the refit. The refit of the WindRider is not necessarily like voluminous as the original was, but it is longer and taller.
Yeah.
And it has 8 engines, like internal engines, which was double what the original WindRider had. And the engineering section runs completely the full length of the mid deck of the ship. So at mid deck of the ship is engineering. On either side of engineering, up 2 decks, is the weapons deck, and then 2 decks below engineering is the sort of vehicles deck. And then everything above munitions is crew quarters and the bridge and command, and everything below the vehicle deck is like storage. If we're mostly just storage. There's also that's where a lot of the munitions are stored, and they're elevated up to the munitions level. It's also where anything that you have large bulks of storage is in the lower decks. So the ship is massive. It is crewed by about 600 people. So if that tells you how big this bad boy is. So that's why you have 36 engineers. When we get to the bridge is twice the original size of the original WindRider and has twice the amount of crew. It also has a few more modern conveniences. It has transistor radios. We now have transistor communications. It now officially has sonar and radar. Rudimentary, but it's there. It's better than what you had. weapons control, helm control, navigation. Now there are three main seats on the bridge. There's the captain, there's the first officer, and then there's the chief medical officer, or whoever's on duty for medical at that time. And whoever's as your shift kind of ends and whoever takes over for you, those are your positionings. There's a communications console there. I mean, it's massive. It's a massive bridge with a forward screen window. We don't have view screens yet, but yeah. So that's sort of the scale of this thing. It's massive. It does have the updated chameleon plating as well, so it can go stealthy. Weapons wise, it does have some new weapons. It has the grapples. It has 2 grapples forward, 2 grapples aft. It does have the percussion cannons on either side, but the ship has a new feature, has a new weapon. It actually has a ray gun, a laser weapon. It's in its experimental stage, and this is the first ship to actually have one. And it's not been field tested, but you guys get to field test it. And yeah, so that's sort of the new WindRider.
Lasers.
Yep. All right. So everyone, as you are now reporting for duty on board. So Katerina, you're coming on board. And I think everyone else is already on board at that point, so you'll be the last one on. As you come on board, you will be given a communique from the Ministry of the Military for the intel that you asked for.
Okay.
Do you read it now, or do you go to
I
your
will
quarters?
look that over.
Okay, so go ahead.
I think I'll drop whatever I have off in my quarters and then go to the bridge, and I'll review it there.
Okay. When you on your way to the bridge, you'll pass Dr. Ardent in the hallway or in the corridor.
Oh, Dr. Arden, I know you're very busy. I have one question.
Sure. What's that?
Am I good to go? Can I fly? Because I'd really like to try the wings out before we take off, before dark tonight.
Well, you are clear to fly. Just be careful.
Oh, I will. Thank you. And then I'll continue on.
Okay. As you head to the bridge. When you get to the bridge,
Yep.
Doors open. You can see the bridge crew is already starting to come on board. When they see you, they sort of stop and stand at attention. They'll say, Commander on deck.
As you were.
And then they begin to go back. One of the senior officers that are there, who is a second lieutenant, so to speak, sort of that area, he comes to you and gives you a progress report, letting you know that all systems are go. We're just waiting on the captain's go ahead to have engineering light the furnaces, basically. But they're on schedule to leave space,
Perfect.
or not space dock, but dock at 4:30.
Perfect.
And the captain's
Thank
in his
you.
quarters.
Thank you.
And then he'll go back to what he was doing. Okay. So what do you do on the bridge? So you're going to look at your intel?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're looking at your intel, it's kind of spotty. It says that we don't have a lot of like boots on the ground there, and a lot of this is more hearsay than what we actually know. But according to the rumors that have been kind of circulating, East Haven is in full civil war. The capital has fallen, and basically the capital has been destroyed, uh, and literally, like,
Wow.
no one is in the capital anymore. They've literally destroyed it with the fighting. But it is in full civil war right now.
Wow. Okay. And I will
No.
set that aside to share it with the captain when he.
Okay. It also says that there's no indication
Go
of the
ahead, I'm sorry.
ruler. Like, they don't know where the ruling party is. They don't know where the head
Or
of
who it
the
is.
yeah, or who it is. Yeah, they don't know. They're very. That's how unreliable the intelligence is. So,
All right.
okay. All right.
I will set that aside to review it with the captain when he.
Okay.
I'm not going to interrupt his rest, but.
Okay.
Do I have? Is the master of arms there?
No, he's not there yet. He's on board. He hasn't.
Okay.
If you want him, you have to call him to the bridge. He's doing his job right now.
No, I'll just talk to him when he. At some point, I want to talk to him, but
Okay.
nothing
That's cool.
urgent.
No problem. All right, cool. So at this point, people again, they're doing the final load ins of all your supplies. They're bringing you a collection of items that I'm going to assume you requisitioned. They're loading those in now. They'll bring them down to the work area. When they come in, there's like 4 large crates. They'll get you to sign off on them and all of that. Your crew is there. Your first shift crew is there, awaiting your orders. So, what do you tell them to do? What are their orders, Chief?
For the most part, it's just double checking, make sure all the reactors are good to go once we get the word to take off.
Okay, and they will hustle. They'll hustle to it. They're very quick. They're very efficient.
And if any try to salute me when I get the order, I go like, drop the salute before you lose the hand.
Okay, several of them will salute you.
Say that like to the group, go like, yeah, don't salute me. Others, yes. Me, no.
Okay, fair enough. So they'll go and they'll inspect the reactors, and report back as soon as they're done. Down in the munitions bay, the first crew of the munitions are in place. What do you want them to do, Gath? What's their first order or first job? Oh, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
There we go.
Oh, there you are. Cool.
I was waiting for things to unmute.
Okay.
Kath will give orders to make sure everything's in working order, and then just assume normal day-to-day business.
Okay. All right. And your crew is also extremely efficient and very quick. They make sure all weapons are stored. They make sure all munitions are secure. They will report back to you, letting you know that everything is in flight readiness and basically ready to go whenever the bridge calls for it. Oh, something
All
new
right.
that you do have is you have torpedoes now. That's the other thing that you have. Something that's new. So you actually have torpedoes.
Whoa,
Oh
torpedoes.
no.
So, all right, cool.
Gotta make sure to keep Adder away from those.
Hey, Adder's on his own. He's on his own
And
ship right now. Get in.
that's right. We don't have to worry about him modifying them.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Cool.
on the other hand,
True. He might be able to modify them if he wanted to do that. They're rudimentary at this point because again, they're more prototype than anything else because these are all new technologies. But you'll get a chance to test them out eventually. So yeah, as we get close to the 4:30 launch, Carrick, there'll be a knock at your door, and it'll be basically an ensign, your personal. It's like a personal assistant, basically, who will let you know that you're getting close to launch time.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain.
I will get myself ready as I wipe the drool off my lips from passing out there.
And he'll have like a like water or whatever drink you want. He'll have it on a tray there for you. He'll also give you a update of the systems that he was given by the bridge crew, and he'll let you know that Commander Katerina is already on the bridge and has everything under control.
Fantastic.
And
Then I will make my way up there and we'll be ready to go.
yes, sir. If you need anything, just let me know.
I think this water is exactly what I need right now. So
Excellent.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And his name is Ryan, by the way.
Ryan. Pleasure to meet you, Ryan.
Pleasure's all mine, Captain.
And yeah, I'll go ahead and start like getting ready. Wash my face a bit and just wake up from that unexpected nap.
Okay. Ryan will have your uniform top ready to go. He'll have
sweet.
it. He'll be holding it up for you. All you got to do is slip in, and he'll literally get you dressed. But think of him as sort of like your personal valet. He'll literally there to do whatever you need him to do. He has your uniform laid out. It's cleaned. It's pressed. It's everything you need is perfectly right where you need it. And his
Fantastic.
quarters are off of your quarters, like across the hall is his quarters.
Nice.
So,
okay.
yeah. So, all right. So he gets you dressed. You get yourself together, and you head to the bridge.
I do.
All right, cool. So out into the hall, out into the corridor you go. As you go into the corridor, you'll see crew kind of milling around. They kind of stop and go against the walls and stand at attention as you pass by. And they go, "Good evening, good morning, Captain. Good morning, Captain. Good morning, sir." I mean, anyone you meet, they're going to stop and say good morning. All that. And this is a brand new crew. You don't recognize anyone. For the most part, your entire crew is brand new. Some of your bridge crew you do know. They're from the original WindRider. But for the most part, they're pretty new and young. A lot of them are very young. So
All right.
So as you reach the bridge, doors open. You see the bridge. This is extremely larger than the original. It's very hustle and bustle. People are milling around, doing their thing. You hear them talking to each other, preparing for this, calling down to different departments, making sure all departments are in readiness order. It's very active. Katerina is there on the bridge. Well, what do you do?
Captain on deck.
And everybody stops and stands at attention.
Well, as you were. Thank you.
And they go back to
All
what
right.
they're doing.
So, Katarina, what are we looking at?
All systems are ready to go.
Yep.
Do you want to make a general announcement to the crew?
Yeah. We'll go ahead and let folks know that
Okay.
get ready for takeoff.
Okay. So you hear communications flips a switch, and you hear the bosun's whistle go off. That, and they'll say, "Shipwide communications is open, Captain."
All right. All right. It's what am I gonna say without sounding like a complete dork?
Yeah.
All right. Attention crew. We are just about ready to take off. Complete any final checks and prepare for takeoff.
I love it. Sounds like we just got on a
Please
Delta
make sure
flight.
your
I know, right?
into the
Yeah,
upright
exactly.
position, you know?
Like-
I was like, how am I gonna do this without sounding like
Or
no?
even a Chris, welcome to the SS WindRider. Please make sure to keep all things inside. We are about to take off, so make sure any loose items are strapped down.
I know.
Also, if you tend to get airship, please go see the doctor immediately. Thank you for flying WindRiders Air.
I know that it's like the exits are here, 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 and here. It's like,
Contract's like,
I love
you
it.
know, guys, you got to sign those checks right now. Sign all those
Does
checks.
the cabin suddenly lose pressure?
Just
Masks.
in case.
Mask drop
Also,
down.
you all signed the waiver, so please, any bodily harm that comes to you, just remember you signed the waiver.
We're not
You
responsible for
signed
any
the
bodily harm.
waiver.
So, all right. So everyone goes to their stations. Everyone gets ready to go. They're flipping switches, getting things running. The lights change in the bridge to a different hue, the sort of dimmer, as they call down to engineering, saying, "Please bring the engines online." So, they call down and say, "Bring the engines online."
Yeah, I was gonna yell, going like, "Light the bastards!"
Okay. And your crew goes to work, and they start working panels, flipping switches, and you hear the whole ship. You can feel the engines turning on. It's this sort of low hum as each of them kind of goes.
Yeah, I was like, once they're all going. Remember the scene in Jim Carrey's The Grinch when he started his sleigh? He was like the whole "that feels good." That's pretty much how it is right now.
Love it. And it's just, and then it just goes quiet. Engines are running at top peak proficiency. They are super loud when they start, but once they're on, they just this like wind blowing. The whole ship, you feel the ship kind of take flight as the moorings are released. The roof of the dock, the interior dock, begins to open, and that's your cue to take her out, Captain.
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Okay. So the pilot's like, "Aye, aye, sir." Click, 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 and the ship just goes up. And it's 4:30 in the morning, so it's still dark outside, but the WindRider is lit up like a Christmas tree at this point. And there's a huge crowd of people watching as the ship is launching. And as you clear the docking station, you begin to turn away from the city and head out east over the ocean. And then lighting changes on the bridge. the ship goes to just running lights, and away you go. You are off on your next adventure. As you can see the final bits of the Fossen Peninsula kind of disappear under you as you move out into the dark of night, into the early mornings. The ship is running smoothly. Everything, all systems are nominal. Your bridge crew tells you all systems are nominal. Heading, Captain?
What's the name of the place that we're going to? Sorry.
East Haven.
Yes. Yep.
It's okay.
Set course for East Haven.
Captain? They do all the things, and you feel the ship slightly list to the left as it changes courses, heading out towards East Haven. The trip across this trip will take about a day at normal speed. If you were to kick up the engines, you'd get there pretty quick. Or 2 days. I'm sorry, 2 days normal speed. A day at not max speed, but mid speed. But right now you're testing out the engines, so standard speed is probably the best to go right now as the ship begins its journey. Okay. All right.
Yeah, once I was like, once we're underway, A is going to return back to his workshop to work on the stuff I was DMing you about.
Okay, and you can do your first roll if you want to.
Yeah.
So,
I
cool.
will give the captain the communique I received.
Okay.
To update him on what little we know about the status of East Haven right now.
Okay. Which is that they're in full-blown civil war, and they don't know who's in charge. They don't know anything. All they know is that
has been destroyed.
Yeah, Capital City was in flames when they got the intel. The capital city was in flames. So,
Oof.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So they don't know anything at this point.
I thought who was on first?
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So
I will update him on, the players in the game, at least when I left.
Okay.
There was the king, Benedict IV, and then in one of the provinces, Kromeyer, there was an old religious base known as the Chosen, and the leader there was a man by the name of Kalar. They were presented themselves as a nature-based group who are anti-technology. The intel we had was that they were meeting with other provinces, encouraging the peasants to revolt. There was an assassination attempt on the king when I was there that it was found to be members of the Chosen. Of course, he said they were just zealots, had nothing to do with their actual, their actual path. But those were the two power players at the point when I was there.
Interesting. So this is going to be something that we're going to handle with a lot of sensitivity and a lot of caution going into.
Yes, sir.
And with no idea who's really in charge, it's really any guess. We're just going into a civil war, just walking around like, oh, what's going on here?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody, what's up? Walking in with the what's it called? The pizza to the room on fire.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Hey, did anybody order pizza? Place is burning to the ground. Okay. So it seems you might need a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
No rush on those guys for the folks I sent that to. No rush. Just when you get a chance.
It's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to make a plan when we don't know what the current situation is. So
True. Very, very true. All right. So I think the biggest thing we can do right now is try to get that information. We might need to go down and like we might need to just do some recon ourselves.
see the lay of the land.
Yeah. As best as we can.
Agree.
Okay. So, Antarak, let's go to you over in the library. It was Antarak.
Okay.
With the lead pipe in the library. So you're in there and you're like deep into research. You're like,
Yep.
You're just digging in, and because there's a lot there. They put a lot in this sort of research area.
Sure.
Roll me a. What do I want you to roll me? I want you to roll me a clerical roll.
Okay. I'm not horrible at that. I might be horrible at that. That's a 3 total. So
A 3? Okay.
Yeah.
So you've come across a lot of information that is sort of known, like nothing new. Nothing really new. Some of it new takes on some things, but nothing that's really piqued your interest yet. So I'm gonna have you give me. I'm gonna have you give me several of these rolls as we're going forward.
okay.
As you kind of like finish a book and go, no, nothing cool in there. No, that was interesting, but not what I was looking for. Okay. I knew that already. I think a lot of stuff that you're hitting at the moment is stuff that he already knows.
I
As a
am,
you know.
if we're heading into a politically charged kind of area, Antrak would be either sending a couple of his people forward to infiltrate or contact people who are already in place to try and get some information. But
Okay. Oh, I like that. So,
if I'm sending out colleagues, I would tell them, okay, your job is not to make waves. You just do what they say, and then when you see the sign, you come back and report. That's it. Nothing weird or fancy.
okay. So you're sending agents basically out
Couple.
ahead of the ship to
Yep.
try and get some intel. I mean, is
Yes.
that correct? All right, cool.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure. So, okay. So you send a couple of folks out, agents, and yeah, so they'll head about. It'll take a while for you to get any intel back, but
Yeah, that's okay.
okay, cool. I mean, yeah. So okay, so they leave, they head out. Cool. Do another clerical roll for me.
Okay. Six.
Okay. As you're kind of digging, you do come across a tome written in a foreign language that you're able to translate for the most part pretty well. The title of it is The Unauthorized Complete History of the Lands Now Known as East Haven.
Okay. What makes it so unauthorized?
It was written by someone that's not from East Haven.
Okay.
Um, oh, go ahead.
He's interested. He's delving in. He's trying to figure out if this is new information or the same old stuff.
So as you're sort of looking into it, you do notice that this book is based on a previous book where it seems that it got most of its information from, but it's a book by a brother Bartholomew of the Brotherhood of Vale. And that's spelled Vail. Um, and it was in the book that he wrote that it's based on is a treatise on religious sites of the continent of Ura. And that's Urah, which is basically that continent that East Haven is part of. But its ancient name is Ura. Oh, hello. Come in.
Sorry about that.
Perhaps
That is
food is here finally.
my food's finally here. So
Riku will not starve to death.
yes, I'll be back.
Oh, you're fine. So he wrote a treatise on basically it's like a religious or a temple trail. Let's say the temple trail of Ura. So a lot of this book is based on that book's sort of description of things. It's not the best book that you've ever read. So as you read the sort of introduction to it, it reads like stereo instructions from the 1970s.
Okay.
And it's really hard to pin down where things are because this one seems to be very general. You know, it talks about mountains and rivers and canyons, but it doesn't give any names. I mean, you might be better off if you actually found the original text.
Aha. Can get if that thought enters his head, he's going to try and figure out where the original text might be. Is it somewhere in the mountains of Ura? Is it in my library? Is it uh, in somebody's pocket close by, or is it like
You can roll
long
me.
catacomb?
You can roll me another clerical check.
Okay, try that. Oh, I surged. That's a 12.
Okay, so you sort of read very quickly through this book. I mean, it's a good sized book, but it's pretty quick because you skip over a lot of it because a lot of it is sort of self-grandizing. The author is very much about themselves, and how they discovered this or they found this or they this that and the other, and then they kind of talk about their credentials a lot in the book. But then you get to the afterword, which was written by a brother Mordecaian, who was a more like recent member of the Brotherhood of Vale, and um, that's Father Mordecaian. Um, sorry, I'm trying to write it down so I don't forget it. And he, in the afterword, he talks about the sacred text that um, brother or father Bartholomew, brother Bartholomew, sorry, brother Bartholomew had written, and that it is indeed in a temple in the mountains outside of the on the map that you find inside the book. It is in the mountains somewhere north of the capital city of East Haven.
Oh, good.
But the other thing that you find very interesting about this book is it mentions something, and you can't quite make out the language that it's written in. So it's going to take a little bit of research. Um, but it also talks about that brother Bartholomew was a leader. You can't, like I said, you can't quite make it out as you're. It's sort of it. You can kind of sort of translate some of the words that seem familiar, but they're slightly different. So you got or brother Bartholomew was either a founder or member of something, and it's that of something that really piques your interest.
And am
And
I able to distinguish like where this secret sect began or was established?
the book that uh, Brother Bartholomew wrote will have all that information in it.
um, I really trying to figure out if Antrax's going to ask permission or not. Um, and I think he is.
Okay.
So it's not really in his nature, but he is going to seek out an appointment with Captain Carrick to present this
Okay.
information and see what he thinks we should do as a crew
Okay.
or as a research team.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, you
this
can
might be
just
his
you can just
first
go to the
impulse.
bridge. Yeah, you can
Okay,
just go to the bridge. You're
cool. I'll do
yeah.
that.
Okay. So you head up to the bridge. You get to the bridge. Doors open. You walk onto
Yeah.
the bridge. You see Captain there in his chair, and you see Katerina in hers, and um, whoever the medical representative is in the other one. And yeah, so Do you ask for a private conversation, or do you just ask him right there on
Yeah,
the bridge?
yeah, he would definitely say, would you mind? Do you have a conference room or something like
Mm-hmm.
that?
Sure
We might
do.
meet at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Is everything okay?
Oh yes, uh, absolutely glorious. Whole conception of everything.
Okay. Then what would you like to talk about?
All right, glancing around the bridge, how many people are there?
There are on the bridge. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10.
I just had an odd idea, and I wanted to run it by you and possibly Katerina, the first officer. Uh, Before I completely delved into my harebrained
Uh,
scheme.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go meet somewhere else. Katarina, would you care to join us, please?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, y'all have there's a conference room off of the bridge where you guys can go and have a private conversation.
So
Suddenly,
yeah,
the hair on the back of Gadsden's hair stands up.
Probably so, considering I'm pretty sure I know what's coming. So, all right. So Kedik and Katerina and Antarak go into the conference room. And what do you do?
uh, Antrak's gonna lay it all out. He's gonna like, there's some weird cult on this planet or this in this area about the Brotherhood of Vale, and I'm not exactly sure how it all ties in, but I do think it could be very profitable information wise if I were able to go in and decipher it all on my own. Now, I understand I'm kind of maybe a part of the crew. I'm not sure exactly how I fit in, but that was my idea, and I figured just this once I'd run it by you before I just ran off all wanton. Um,
Oh,
Normally, I'd be gone by now, so that I'm a little awkward. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say at this point, but that's trying to be responsible me. What do you guys think?
That's hilarious.
Have I ever heard of Have I ever heard of this brotherhood?
you could you could do a cultural check
Okay.
or a memory check.
All right. Waiting for it to load.
So, and above, this seems important because it's linked to where we're headed, basically. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's directly linked.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okay. Um I can say you've not heard of them.
Okay.
I don't think she would. I don't think
Um.
she may have heard whisperings of something. Like it's so old that I don't know if the king would have been really all of that familiar with it. I mean, it's I guess
Okay.
technically in East Haven history, it's more myth than anything else. So she may have, in like I said,
Okay.
in whispers or whatever, but I really don't know. I really doubt it, though.
Okay. I will let him know about what we know about the current state of East Haven.
Hmm. Okay. So to clarify for our listeners, basically, the Entourage, the character of Entourage, is not he's not a member of the military. So he's not technically under their control. So they technically can't stop you from leaving. You know, they can warn you, they can go like, "Hey, here or let us give you some stuff to protect yourself," that sort of thing, but they can't stop you because you're technically a civilian on board with an honorary rank. But other than that, yeah, they don't really have the authority to stop you. I mean, they technically can, but you're not under their command.
Right, and he knows
Do
that,
you
and
have
he's
a
not trying
plan,
to.
or
That was more for our listeners. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's good for me too.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
do you have a plan, or know even where to start looking?
I have a location, and there's possibly a lot of information there that I might be able to find. I don't have much of a plan beyond that. Most of this comes from before the Fossens were even an established government. So it could be nothing, but it could also be extremely helpful information if I was able to delve in and figure out if this brotherhood is still intact, if they're still working with anyone, and if they're able to support us. And if they're not, I will take a nap and then find out where you guys are.
Love it. Okay. So, captain and first officer, so he laid it all out in front of you.
And if this is a horrible plan, I will cease and desist.
Obviously, any information is valuable at this point,
Mm-hmm.
but I have concerns about the personal risk of walking alone into an unstable political environment. Captain, what do you think?
I mean, you've shown your worth. You've done a lot of good things so far. Do you think you can handle this on your own? Or do you want me to see if we can get somebody to go with you? Or what are your.
Honestly, I think the way it makes sense is if I go by myself. I don't think it makes sense if I have an entourage or a bunch of planning. Uh, to act quickly would be my thought.
Okay. Honestly, I I think that uh this might be a good chance for us. I know it puts you into a bit of, I don't know, uh danger, so just be careful, but I think this is information worth it. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Okay.
Just stay in contact.
Please take care of
If you need
yourself.
help, let us know.
Yeah. Okay. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been given the go ahead. So,
I'm going to contact Reginald to let him know he's in charge.
okay.
And then
What
I'm going to find
what area?
literally the quickest way off the ship because I have wings, so it doesn't really matter if I have an
Okay.
escape pod.
I mean, they can give you a ship. They can give you a
What area are you going to?
well, that will really depend because I mean, technically, according to the book, and I'll just give this information out
Okay.
loud. According to the book, there is a trail, a temple trail that he can follow that starts from the northwestern quadrant of East Haven and goes down to the location of the temple that he needs to get to. So he actually can avoid a lot of the civil unrest until he gets closer to the temple that's just north of the city. But for the most part, he could probably just walk in. So that's the information you would have passed on to them. But I'm
Antrak
also
is of mind that the less people who know about this happening is better. So I don't know how that impacts anything, but he's trying to get off quick if
okay.
he's going to go.
Like I said, they can give you a shuttle.
Yep.
I mean, they're small. They're like small 2 to 3 person shuttles that basically can be stripped down so there's no recognizable anything on it, so it looks like a trading vessel basically. Actually, funny thing is there is actually something like that on board. So there's several sort of smaller shuttles like that are very nondescript for such infiltration uh, missions. So yeah, they can for sure. You can get one of those assigned to you. Just need to go see the Master Chief.
Assuming I have some sort of written order or
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the captain or the first officer can write you a requisition order for one.
yeah.
Okay, so whoever wrote it, they'll hand it to you. Who wrote the requisition? I'll ask that. Who wrote it? Did the captain write it or did the first officer write
Oh,
it?
I will. He's
Okay, cool. So Katarina writes the requisition order. You take the requisition order and you go down and see the Master Chief. Um, and for those of you who don't know, the Master Chief is a character, is an NPC that literally their whole job is they control the operations of the vessel between the space between like the bridge and engineering. So basically, the entire ship except for the bridge and engineering, they kind of oversee the operations of it. That's their job. That's why they're. That's why you don't really see them because they're so busy. So, but you do if you go down to the Master Chief's office, you'll find him there.
So there's a couple fun things you need to know about this tarot deck that I pulled a card from.
Okay.
One is it's involved in another campaign. In that other campaign, I only have 30 of the 72 cards rescued from a dire event. I have those 30 cards separated in my character sheet. I randomly drew a card. I was going to be like, yeah, I got the thing. And I drew the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what you want to do with that, but it felt important.
I could play with that for sure, but it'll come into play. Let me put it that way. It'll come
Yeah,
into play very soon. You said it was the Wheel of Fortune?
the Wheel of Fortune. Yep. The number 10 of the big arcana.
All right. Cool. I love that. All right, so you have your requisition. You go down to the Master Chief's office. Okay. Knock on the door. Okay. You knock on the door and you hear a simple what?
I need a shuttle, bitch.
And the door swings open and there's this extremely large man standing there, like towers over you. And he's like, "I'm sorry. I think I might be a little hard of hearing. What the fuck did you say?"
I need a shuttle, please.
That's what I fucking thought. Do you have a requisition?
It's right there.
He takes the requisition. He looks at it, he reads it, and he goes, "Huh. I see they'll promote anyone to first officer these days.
Yep.
All
Lucky
right,
me.
let me get you a shuttle. All right, here." And he tosses basically the keys at you. And and he says, it's in Bay 3. Well, go.
Thank you.
Slam. The door slams in your face.
Sit on it.
Swings open. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said you have a really nice neck.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And the door slowly closes as he just stares into your soul as the door slowly closes. And you hear, "Go on! Get out of here. Good luck."
Bay 3, here I am.
So you do hear that sort of good luck through the door as you're walking away. So you get to Bay 3, and yeah, there's a small 3-man shuttle. It looks like a cargo shuttle, basically. And all you gotta do is get in, start her up, and out you go.
Yeah, I've flown these things like twice, so I'm sure it's not the most graceful of
Yep.
flights.
You can do a
But
mechanical check. Let's see.
oh shit! God, why do I say these things out loud? Oh, I have ranks in mechanical.
So you should be pretty good at mechanical.
I put ranks in it. I got a level 4 in that. Oh, surge. Damn, 13, baby.
So yeah, you get in, start it up, it purrs to life. It feels the the steering column feels like natural in your hands. It levitates off the deck. You see the doors open, and you slide right out of there without any issues. Just and into the night you go. If you're in a hurry, there's a lovely little red button there that you can press that will literally send you into like hyper speed. So yeah, it has 2 speeds. It has normal speed and oh dear God, I think I just killed myself. Or oh my God, I think I just soiled myself.
We're going to go at normal speed.
Okay, cool. So off you go.
Okay.
Into the night. Doors closed behind you. All right.
Full speed or ludicrous speed?
Yes, exactly. So Antaraki is on his way to try and get some intel. All right. Dr. Arden, as you're in your med bay sort of
Uh,
figuring things out, checking out
right.
the new equipment.
Playing with my new
The
toys.
doors open,
Hmm.
and in walks this rather large gentleman, literally carrying another crew member by the scruff. And he goes, "Doc,
Oh, okay.
where can I put this?"
Uh, I feel like Vin is kind of turned away because he's like calibrating stuff. He's like, oh, well, looks up very large man. Oh, okay. Sees person. You could not like without panicking. It's like you could just put him in Med Bay 1
He
over
walks
there
over and
and
like
kind of
lays him. He like lays him into the bed. He goes, "Yeah, he's a new one. He burned himself on one of the exhaust manifolds."
I see. Well, I appreciate you giving me that information. So
Yeah, fix him up and send him back if you don't mind. And out he just leaves.
Vin is just was about to ask. It's like, oh, okay, never mind. I'll get his name later, and then turns to the patient.
At this point, as you look at the patient, has like second-degree burns.
Oh God.
He's pretty rough. He's pretty bad. On the right side of his body, sort of like from his shoulder down. And he's unconscious at this point. He's breathing, he's alive, but he is unconscious. But he's bad shape.
Oh, okay.
Ouch.
Ouch is
Yeah,
right. Vin goes over the medic. Like the. This is gonna be a. Will, this is a really stupid question, and I apologize in advance. Um, would we say that in this game that their medical charts are paper or digital or a combination of both?
In the new med bays are probably a combination of both. They're sort of
Okay, excellent.
yeah. It's more
Okay,
like punch card type computering, more so than
gotcha,
like digital necessarily.
gotcha. I just needed to make sure so I don't sound dumb when I say this. So Vin goes through the charts. Is like, okay, oh look at that, he signed the waiver. All right, so we're good to go.
He signed the waiver.
Listen, he signed a waiver.
I just love
Listen,
it.
it is a term I use because all of you, for the most part, know what I do for a living. So when
Fair.
people are like, so is this safe? I was like, you signed the waiver, so you signed off on it, so we're good.
Cool.
The
So
waiver being the oath of service.
be like, here are the terms and condition of you receiving this aid.
Exactly.
No. So after looking at the chart, be like, oh, he signed the waiver. Okay, well, technically I should ask questions, but given looking at the arm, it's just like I think I can start doing a little bit, and so
Yeah.
Vin gets to work. I think, and this just is an odd little quirk. I think when Vin starts to do what he does in the med bay, he snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, like on the system in the med bay, you just start hearing like operatic music as he kind of is this.
Absolutely.
He is the conductor here in this med bay, so
Okay. And you'll have two nurses helping you.
mhm.
They bring over like anesthetics and various other things that you'll need. And you can roll medicine for me, please.
Oh boy, I should have got my dice. That's okay. I was cleaning up and I was like, oh yeah, I got this. Okay, here we go. I'm feeling lucky tonight, so we're gonna roll my casino dice.
Love it.
Alrighty, one sec. Oh, well, that's good. Okay. Alrighty, and then the buck stops there. So 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Okay. So yeah, so it's like instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
As you know exactly what anesthetics to use, everything, the whole 9 yards, and you're able to get the crewman stable.
Mm-hmm.
You keep him. You may not. It's up to you, but I would assume you're going to keep him in sort of a coma state while he's healing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's however you want to do it. But yeah, you know how to it. It's just like whoop, like instinctual. You have everything set up exactly how you need it. So when you reach for something, what you want is right there. You know, it's like a well-oiled machine in here.
Yeah, it's like a symphonic.
Yeah.
It's a symphony for Vin. He gets into this very
Love
focused
it.
state, and so, like a conductor leading the orchestra, the nurses like I would say the nurses are watching this, and again, Vin's not paying attention. The world around him kind of dissipates a little bit, and so just as a quirk, like as Vin is doing this, you can kind of as he's doing all the stuff, it's in tune and within time of the music playing over the system.
I love that.
So,
That's awesome.
why, thank you.
Cool. All right, so we'll let the doctor do his due. All right, let's go down to the engine room with A and his crew.
Mm-hmm.
So the engines are humming and purring like perfect. It's like perfection. It's your own sort of symphony down there. As you're sort of going about you're working on your side project. Your crew is doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of your senior crew members comes to you and says, he's like, Chief, it looks like reactor 6 is running a little hot. After doing a diagnostic, we're not quite sure why.
So when he says that, I'm just gonna like drop my head and be like, and then I'm just gonna head to reactor 6 and do my own diagnostic.
Okay. So once you get there, you can roll me a mechanical check once again.
All right. 8.
Okay. As you're running your diagnostic, you notice that yes, it is running a little hot, and it seems that one of the Ethereum rods is about 12 microns off and needs to be adjusted, which means you've got to shut the reactor down, and someone's got to go inside the basically the radioactive room and reset the rod.
Okay.
No, that's okay. Which you can do. You can shut that reactor down independently.
Yeah.
So the other reactors will just take up the slack.
Okay. I kind of figured that's the case. I'm still going to radio up to the bridge, be like, hey, just heads up if you see a little, decrease in output. Here's what's going on. If you don't hear from me in 15 minutes, just know something went wrong.
If you hear a loud boom, yeah, you know.
That's who.
If I hear a loud boom, it's already too late.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You probably won't even hear the boom.
And then I'm going to have the crew go ahead and start working on the shutdown procedure for that engine, and I'm going to get suited up.
Okay. The shutdown procedures will take about 20 minutes as they do it in sequence.
Okay.
They've got to reroute power from 6 to 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Or 7 and 5, rather. So they reroute that, and then they have to start the cool down procedure, which takes about 10 minutes. So once they get the power rerouted, which is takes about 15 minutes tops,
mm-hmm.
and then the cool down about 10 minutes, then you can go in. So
okay.
By the time you get suited up, and you probably are also going to want to call up to the med bay for an inoculation, because it's going to be required before you go into the chamber.
Oh, great. More needles.
Hey, at least this one's just a small thing into your neck. So
that is fair. But yeah, so as I'm heading to where I need to get suited up, I'll have one of the crew radio up for the doc to come down and give the inoculation.
Okay. So, Doc, while you're in procedure right now, So one of your nurses takes the call, comes to you, and while you're doing your thing, just says that Chief A down in engineering needs a inoculation because he's got to go into one of the reactor chambers. I can
Mhm.
send one of the other nurses down with it, as long as you authorize it.
Yeah, you have my full support. I give you the authorization to do so.
Okay. And she'll say, "Thank you, doctor," and she'll go and she'll get one of the travel nurses. She'll give him, say, "This is the inoculation for Chief A down in engineering. You need to run that down there pretty quick." He goes, "Yes, ma'am." Out he goes. By the time you're getting ready to get your final dressings on, they'll come in with the inoculation. He'll say, I'm nurse Eric. I'm here to give you your inoculation before you go into the chamber."
Yeah, I'll pull on my collar a little bit to give a better shot. My neck and be like, "Shoot me up."
Okay, and and it's like a hypo spray from Star Trek,
Yeah.
guys. So and it's a little pinch, and it's like but then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He goes, "There you go, sir. Good luck," and he
All
heads back up to med bay.
I'll finish shooting up and head on in.
Okay. As you go into the reactor chamber, your crew has said all non-essential personnel exit the chamber, please. Everyone exits except you, and they close the radiation doors,
Mm-hmm.
and in you go. As you open the main rod chamber, the steam just escapes, and of course fogs up your visor, and
Yeah.
you can feel the intensity of the heat. But your suit's protecting you from it, but you can feel it.
Yeah.
As the steam clears, you see the rods. They're sort of in a circular pattern with a main crystal in the center, and you can see it's rod 27. It's just slightly out of line. As
Okay.
you take your tools in, you can roll mechanical for me, please.
Yeah, and also I feel like A would be the one that if he's able to listen to music inside his suit, he'd be playing a song that's completely inappropriate for this, like Diamond Eyes, where the first line is like boom lay boom lay boom.
Love it. Absolutely. Sure. Why not? You can listen to music.
7.
Okay. It's taking you a little bit. The rod is a little stuck, so you're gonna have to. It looks like you're gonna have to completely dislodge it. So you're gonna have to loosen it, pull it out, realign it manually by hand, which is gonna be a little tricky. But you have the know-how.
Yeah.
So you're able to disconnect the rod, pull the rod, reposition it, put it back in place, retighten the lockdowns,
Okay.
and then adjust it. Now, when you're doing this, of course, the rod is extremely hot and it's burning into your gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you do get it back in alignment. And then you hear it when it's in alignment. You hear it go. Ooh. Now all the rods are sort of harmonizing with each other.
Yeah.
So you're good. Now you can get out of there.
Yeah, I'll start heading out, and as soon as I'm out, I was like, "Okay, get us into going again." And I'll radio to the bridge, going like, "Okay, we're not going to die this time."
Okay, so as you come out and you tell that you come out, the doors open, or they decompress, or they decontaminate.
Yep.
They raise the doors. You tell them to go ahead and start up again. They go through the startup process procedures, and the reactor comes back online, running at nominal temperature, and they realign so it kicks in.
Mhm.
And there's a sudden, everyone on the ship will see when that happens, because the lights will slightly get a little bit brighter, and then they go back to normal. So it's like a woo, and they go, Chief, looks like everything's running normally now.
All right, sounds good. Now someone help me get out of this damn suit.
Okay. And they'll help you get out of that. And I want you to roll me a medicine check.
Now I understand how egg feels when there's fire.
4.
4. You're feeling a little queasy, and your hands are slightly burned.
I ain't fair on the burn part.
Yeah, not too bad though. I mean, but you probably need to go up to the med bay and get them, at least get them, cleaned. Because it's not necessarily, they're not like your skin's not coming off, but they're burned. They're
Yeah,
pain. It's a little painful because as you're taking the gloves off, like the plastic is, or not the plastic, but the material is almost meshed, welded to your skin.
yeah. So like
Yeah,
almost second degree there.
yeah. Except for when you take it off, it doesn't actually pull any of your skin off, but it is
Yeah,
extremely painful.
yeah. So at that point, I'll turn to whoever the highest ranking person in the room is besides me and be like, "All right, you're in charge. Don't blow anything up," and then I'll head up to medbay.
Yes, sir. And he would have called up to the bridge to let you guys know we're not blowing up today, um, and that the reactor is in good condition now. We're good to go. So
Awesome.
he'll head off to the med bay. At that point, my folks on the bridge, you see the dawn breaks as the sun is rising. As you're in your first full day at sea, as you're heading to East Haven. So we're going to, for the most part, nothing. I'm going to kind of do this in two parts. I'm going to do Enterac's part of the story as he's heading to East Haven, and then I'll do a time backwards, and we'll do WindRiders time heading that way. So Enterac, you have gotten in your shuttle, and off you go. You're following the text of this book, and the beginning of this temple trail, basically, it starts in the northwest quadrant of the continent. Now you know that you can either start there, you can land kind of out of the way, and no one, so no one sees you, and start your progress there, or you can take the chance and get closer to your end game by landing in the high mountains, like going way up into basically into the cloud layer, which has its own risks, and then coming straight down and landing in the mountains to avoid being spotted. And you can make your journey, you could cut your journey like by 2/3 if you do that. Otherwise, you're going to be trekking across the continent. Your call.
I I think there's a big part of Entourage that respects the true journey.
Okay.
The to start at the beginning, and although it might take longer and be more arduous,
Okay.
he's trusting that there's something he's going to see or learn along the way that is going to help him when he gets to his destination. So he's going to start at the beginning of the
Okay.
temple.
Cool. So as you approach the coastline, you see the very first temple. It's right there. All of these temples that you're going to find, for the most part, are in ruin. They've been abandoned a very long time. You might find some local inhabitants, but for the most part, they've been abandoned. So you land the very first. So you land at the very first temple, um, which is on like I said, the northwest coast. And when you do, and it's like sort of on an overlook, a cliff overlooking the ocean. Parts of it have collapsed into the ocean. Um, uh, but for the most part, you can land right there and walk straight in. There's no villages nearby. It's literally sort of overgrown and just abandoned. So,
He's dropping a small coin inside of the escape pod. It's a
okay,
very simple magic trick that he has learned to basically retrace your steps,
okay,
and basically he doesn't want to get lost.
fair
So no
enough.
matter what, he'll be able to retrace his steps, as it were, back to this escape pod.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Uh, and then he is venturing on. He will cover up the escape pod as much as possible with brush, so it's not like obvious to onlookers. But
Okay.
he's not
So
going to spend a ton of time doing that before he ventures onward to the first temple.
okay, cool. So you get everything disguised and covered and good to go.
Yep.
So you get to the first temple. Inside the first temple, there has been nobody here for a very long time. You find, animal droppings and things like that. It looks like sheep have been made their way in here, or something of that nature. But people have not really been in here. As you go into the temple, it is very typical temple structure. Um, the thing you're most interested in, though, is there is a mural on the wall that shows the temple trail, and it shows it's this temple, which is the Temple of Cain, Kain, and then there's two other temples, and then there's the final temple. Um, so in here, it tells you how to get from the Temple of Cain to the Temple of Ire, which is Ire, and it's basically straight down a road. Um, but it is off the beaten path. It's off the road, and sort of sits within a swampy area. And then the next one after that is the Temple of Bath. That's Bathe. And then, of course, the Temple of Barth, or Barith, depending. It's basically the Temple of Bartholomew. Um, is the last temple, and which is, and every time, and when you look at that on the Temple of Barth, there is like a gold symbol, almost like a sun symbol. And that's it.
He's going to, despite the clue that he should just carry onward, take a lot of time to explore this temple and see if there's anything here that's weird or
Right. I got you.
uh, not turned over, not searched.
Okay. You can roll an intelligence roll and see what you see.
Okay. Well, 7.
Okay. So,
Oh,
oh, go ahead.
9.
9. Okay, so as you're looking around, this place looks pretty picked over. Doesn't look like there's anything really left here. I mean, you can see where there used to be like tapestries have been torn down. I mean, people have looted this place pretty heavily.
Okay.
All right.
Given that, I will travel onward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So as you head down the road, as you ease on down the road, um, and you face, on your journey, you face no resistance. It doesn't even feel like there's a civil war going on. The people that you do encounter are just sort of going about their daily business. For the most part, most people just sort of stay to themselves. Like you don't have a whole lot of interaction. Um, and if anyone passes you on the road, they just pass by. They don't stop. They don't acknowledge you. They don't anything. But as you're traveling, it doesn't seem like there's anything going on. It looks like normal life, really, other than people are just kind of rude. But um, so as you travel to the second temple, the Temple of Ire, you do find in the book it tells you that from the path you'll take a waterway. You'll follow the river. So you follow the river, and it takes you away from the road, and it does end you. You do end up in a marsh, and there you'll find the second temple. This one's in a little bit better condition, as in it's not falling apart necessarily. I mean, it's old and it's obviously abandoned and doesn't look like anyone's been in here for a very long time. Um, but yeah, so you find the second temple.
Again, he's going to take his time once he's there to light the candles, say the proper remarks.
Okay.
Um, he's going to observe the rituals that are in place. Uh, see if there's anything, again, search, see if there's anything weird. If not, keep going.
Okay, you can do another intelligence check for me.
Okay. That's only a 19.
As you're looking around, this temple looks a lot less looted. I mean, it looks like it's been looted, but not as much as the first temple. So as you're sort of, and you light your candle, when you light your candle, you hear a click, and then you hear like something that sounds like stone moving. As you turn around to see where it's coming from, at the altar on the main plinth, you see a brick sort of shift to the side.
Okay.
Do you go and you go over and investigate?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Um, so when you go and look, if you look inside where the brick has shifted out of the way, and there looks like there might be a book or something inside there.
I'm going to get whatever that is out.
Okay, cool. So as you pull it out, it is indeed it's a leather-bound journal. It looks pretty old. The leather has held up. It looks like whatever that was inside this altar. I guess it was airtight because the pages are intact and everything. Of course, they look like they may be dipped in something to protect them, but if you open the very first on the first page, it does say the personal journal of Brother Caleb. And it's a good thickness. I mean, it looks like it's been well used. If you look at all, if you open it completely, almost every page is full of information. There's like maybe 2 or 3 empty pages at the back, but for the most part, it's full. If you read through it, it talks more about Brother Bartholomew and the creation of the temple trail, and the importance of it, and the ideas of keeping ancient artifacts safe and hidden away, and that these artifacts are very powerful. If they fall into the wrong hands, they could be very dangerous, basically. And it talks about Brother Bartholomew at the Temple of Barth, and that's it. And then there's a lot of other personal stuff, more so than stuff that's related to what you're after. You do also in this, you do see that same reference to that thing you couldn't figure out in the other book, that something belonged to something or founder of something. You find it in this book, as in this journal as well.
Yeah, uh, I think almost at this point that Antrak is no longer a cynic. He is following this path as truly as he knows how to. So he's observing the rules that have been laid down by the brothers that have written these journal entries. He's taking everything he can with him, but he is trying to relive the experience of the brothers going from one uh, temple to the next.
Okay. And again, you find the same mural that was at the other temple. Um, but this one has like the Temple of Air is like the prominent one, and then the others are sort of less so. And then, of course, you see the gold circle over um, Brother Bartholomew's um, temple. Um, okay. And it does talk about the other. Um, the next temple in is basically in the middle of a field, just to the
Okay.
south. Okay, so you head that way.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So as you're heading south to the next temple, it you start to see more people. So you're starting to see a lot more activity. As you approach the location, which is again, you can see it from the distance. It's much bigger than the other two, and it seems to be still active as something, whether it's a temple or not, or they've turned it into something else. You don't know, but there do seem to be a lot of people around it. So as you approach it, you do see people coming and going.
Yeah, I'll try to approach it with stealth to see what's going on.
Okay. Again, people are not really paying attention to you. They're just sort of doing their thing. So you're able to approach like anybody else. If you go in, do you go inside? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. When you go inside, it is clean. It's like there are places for people to sit. There are candles lit. I mean, it looks like it's a temple that's being used. Although it doesn't look like it's being used for like sermons or anything of that nature, because up the very front, at where the altar is or would be, there seems to be like an effigy statue of someone there, and a sort of glass case below them. Do you go?
Okay.
Do you go
Yeah,
forward?
I'm totally looking. Yeah.
Okay, so as you walk forward, you see in the glass case there are several items. There's like a cup. There is um, a sort of religious emblem, and then but the thing that really catches your attention is the illuminated text that is open inside this glass case. And the label on it says the illuminated text of Brother Lawrence of Bath. And the effigy that is above you is of Brother Lawrence of Bath.
God, I was really trying to get through this whole thing without disturbing. Uh, but that's
Well,
not gonna happen.
the illuminated
So,
text is open. I mean, it's
oh, is
open
it?
to you. Yeah, it's like an open text sitting there, so you can read whatever's there.
Can I flip pages?
No, it's under glass.
I mean, I'm gonna read what I can read and then go from there.
What you read is a prophecy, and this prophecy speaks of one who speaks of a deity whose foot touches the surface of the world and will bring peace. And then on the other page, again, you see that phrase that you can't quite translate. And there's also a mural to the same mural that you saw. Well, it's a little different actually on this one because it's clean. But you see on the mural, you see of course the Temple of Bath, and then you see the Temple of Barth with that gold symbol again. So what do you do with all these people around you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think he's a 1,000,000% coming back for this book.
Okay,
Uh, but I don't think he's doing it right now. The main thing is to help out the WindRiders
okay,
crew.
okay.
So he's dropping another tiny little coin that he'll be able to track back to this place
Okay,
and continuing on to the next temple.
cool. All right. So on your way to the third or the fourth and final temple, it is up a winding stone staircase um, into the mountains. So you get there again. You see a lot of pilgrimage happening to this third temple. As you get to the edge of the mountain pass and you begin your journey, you find it exactly where the book told you it would be. It doesn't look like anyone has used it in a long time, but as you walk up this long staircase, when you get about midway, you can kind of look out over the land, and in the distance, you can see very large clouds of smoke rising from what looks like a city. Um, but as you continue up, you eventually come to the temple. The temple itself is carved from the very mountain. If you've ever seen, if you're familiar with Petra in the Middle East, that sort of sandstone, it's very popular. It's sand. It was in like Indiana Jones. They've used it in Indiana Jones' Last Crusade, but it's literally built, carved from the very mountain. And go inside, and the entire temple is carved out. So you get to the front entrance, and there's a large, heavy door there. Again, doesn't look like anyone's opened this door in a very long time. So I'm assuming you go in.
Yeah.
Okay, you open the door. It's really dark inside. As you step over the threshold, which I'm assuming you do,
Yep.
suddenly the room comes to life. The lights come on, torches light up. The interior of this temple just illuminates. As the right up to an image of Brother Bartholomew on the very where the altar is. There's this beautiful sort of mosaic image of Brother Bartholomew, and he's holding the book that you're seeking, like an image of it. And then he points sort of out. So it's open in his hand, and he points. It looks like he's pointing outward somewhere, like he's pointing to the horizon, or whatever. And then and it's illuminated, and it's sort of gold gilded, and it just shines.
Is this a statue or what is?
It's like a mosaic image on the wall.
Okay. And is there any way to read the mosaic? Can I? My first thought would be to go to the mosaic to study it more closely.
Okay,
So yeah.
which you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you look at the mosaic, it is an image of Brother Bartholomew. because it does say Brother Bartholomew at the bottom. Um,
Good night.
and if you look up at the book he's holding, it does look like there's writing on the mosaic. Like you can see the writing on the pages.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. And I could read the book
Yeah,
in the mosaic.
it's
Okay.
in it. It looks like it's in a weird language. But I want you to roll an intelligence check and see if you can figure out what's going on there.
It's a 10.
Oh, yeah. So you can see as you're looking at it, and you're like, I don't know what that is. I don't know the language. I don't know that. Then you realize, you look at it, you kind of tilt your head and look at it and go, that's mirror writing.
Okay.
So you know that if you have a mirror or can find a reflective surface, then you can read it.
Quick, simple magic will create a reflection on his palm.
Okay. So when you do that and you hold it up to the item, to the book on the pages, it simply says, that which you seek sits in the east. Knock 3 times, and the divine shall be yours.
The east.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and Bartholomew is pointing. Which way is he pointing?
If you're looking at him, he's pointing to your right.
Okay. Is that east or is that some other direction?
That would be north where he's pointing.
Okay.
But you could do another intelligence check and kind of look around the place.
Okay.
As the kitty cat says. Roll, Papa. See?
12.
Say 12.
12.
Perfect. So as you kind of look, see, oh, he's pointing north. So you look north and you're like, well, that's dumb. It's like, but then you notice something. You notice there's the window, the stained glass in the window. It says Fields of the East.
Oh.
And below that window, there is what looks like a wooden altar, sort of it's inset into the wall. It looks like someone's burial, like tomb. It sort of has like a stone plaque.
Go examine the tomb.
Okay, when you just examine the tomb, it's a tomb of someone named Elizabeth Devine.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna open up the fucking coffin. I'm gonna pry in. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. What you got in there?
So you can't find any seams.
Okay. All right. It's in the east. The east is 35.
Yes, study the poem.
Uh,
Do you need me to read the poem again?
maybe. Yeah, because I
Okay.
wasn't actually paying that close attention.
That's okay.
Okay.
You should always pay close attention when Will gives you a poem.
Okay.
Just a rule of thumb. So it says, "That which you seek sits in the east. Knock 3 times, the divine will be thine."
Okay. I'm going to knock on the stained glass window of the Fields of the East 3 times.
Okay, and you just knock on glass.
Oh, okay. Fields of the divine will be thine. Uh,
Too bad nobody is there to help you.
I know. I feel like this is a callback to that song. Is like, if you want to meet me in the hallway, knock 3 times. And, twice in the pipe means no, but it's probably not that at all.
No.
I think he's going to try and he's going to take a good amount of time to try and figure this out. He's smarter than I am.
Okay, so you've fulfilled 2 of the lines.
Okay.
You're on the 3rd line now, which is knock 3 times.
Uh-huh. Well, he did that.
Well, you did knock. You knocked on the glass.
Okay. He'll knock on the mural.
The mural? You're gonna go back to the mural?
Or where the Lady Divine is.
Okay, so you're gonna knock on her epitaph.
Yes.
Okay. So you knock 3 times on the epitaph,
Yeah.
and for a second there, nothing happens, and then you hear, psst, and dust kind of flies at you as the epitaph slides downward, and inside is a onyx box, black box.
Okay. I will take that.
Okay.
I
Do you-
will
Do
open
you
it.
All right. So when you open it, inside you will find Brother Bartholomew's treatise.
Which states
All kinds of stuff. Like stuff that's going to help the WindRider folks find the things that they need to find. It gives clues to all the locations. It also, you find that same phrase that you've been trying to figure out, and there's actually a translation of it inside the treatise. And it translates to School of Stratigraphy. Which refers, and if you read a little bit about it in the book, it is a school of magic that no one even knew existed, based in archaeology.
and this all needs to be unlocked and delved into to understand what Brother Bartholomew was trying to let us.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So you've got the book.
In his mind's eye, he's giving a big middle finger to whoever wrote these clues.
I will take that as a compliment. Okay. So are you getting ready to get out of there now?
I think so. I think
Okay.
so. At least for the meantime, yeah.
So as you're trying to get out of there, you hear a loud noise, and then suddenly all of these people come running into the temple, and they're like shouting your name, and they're like, hold still, hold still, hold, Antarak, freeze, basically. Um, as they identify themselves as Fossen Special Ops, and they're there to get you out of here because this place is about to be overrun by Civil War activists, and we need to get you out of here and the artifact out of here.
Yeah, cool. How did
Don't worry, we've been tracking you since you left the WindRider, just in case. So we got to move. We got to move now.
you? Okay.
So they take you out. They take you out. They take you up the mountain, and they have landed their ship there. They load you onto the ship, and they take off and head out. As they're flying you out away, um, they also let you know they got the illuminated text of Brother Lawrence. They grabbed that as well.
Perfect.
They replaced it with a fake, so the people have no idea. They'll return this once they're done with it. And there are other scientists on board this ship, and they're like, "Ah, Mr. Antarak, I see you've got the manuscript," and they're there to help you kind of lay it all out. So basically, what they tell you is they want you to come with them to study the manuscript, send what we need to send to the WindRider folks, but they want you to stay on and help them rediscover this new school of magic and rebuild it and bring it into society, basically.
Yeah, there's no way he will turn that down. He is excited to delve into new
Okay,
magics.
cool. So they're
He
like,
won't
perfect.
send missives to the crew, but he is otherwise.
Absolutely. So you can send little messages if you would like to send little messages to the crew,
Yes.
and then we'll get that next session. So let me go back to the WindRider folks. So back on the WindRider, you guys are approaching East Haven. You can see East Haven in the distance. The site that you see as you approach from the south is you see a lot of smoke. Lot of smoke. All along the coast, well into the continent. Obviously, war torn. Things are really looking bad. So, captain and first officer, what are y'all doing?
How thick is the smoke? Like, is it like
It's thick. I mean, it's black. I mean,
okay?
shit's on fire.
Well, if there's gonna be a place where we can anchor, we should probably find it as I wouldn't say right on top of the city, um, just to keep visibility. So we might need to might need to anchor off a bit out from it and hike on in. What are your thoughts, Katarina? You're muted.
Yep.
I agree.
All right, then let's find a safe place to dock. Far enough out to where we're not disturbing anything, but can still have good visibility if we need to get out.
Okay. Do you,
And
Katerina, have any suggestions? I mean, you're from here, so Do you suggest a specific
Right.
place?
There was that area outside the city that was pretty deserted that I used to go
Hmm.
to fly.
Well,
Okay.
that sounds perfect.
So do you want you guys are going to go
And
inland?
there were like it was like surrounded by mountains, so it was like a little valley.
Okay. So you guys are going to go in and land inland. No,
I
I'm asking to if that's I'm just trying to clarify. There's nothing sinister in it. I literally just want to make sure that I understand what you're doing.
I believe that's what we're doing.
Okay.
But
Well,
can we go stealth, disguise the ship?
you can go stealth. Just know that if you go through any smoke, they'll still see you. Just be aware of that because the smoke
Right.
will go around you. It's like
Right,
now,
but we're not going to be like, "Hello."
yeah. Well, your pilot turns and says, "Well, we could go cloud. We could go up into the clouds. It'll be a rough ride, but it would hide us pretty well."
That worked. I mean, if it'll hide us enough, I think that'll work.
So we can we can turn on the stealth and go up into the clouds and then come down over the coordinates. If that sounds okay to everyone,
Mhm.
just as your pilot's just suggesting an alternative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you'll hear they'll go in stealth mode. There's an automatic ship-wide announcement that says that the WindRiders stealth is going into stealth mode. The lights will shift and change inside to a darker hue. The chameleon plating will activate and it'll just and basically the ship will vanish. And then up they go. As you hit that cloud layer, it swirls around you. There's lightning and crazy. It is a rough ride. Lightning striking the ship constantly. Most people have to stay away from panels because electricity could jump. The pilot will ask Commander Katerina for coordinates.
I will provide them.
Okay. And they will punch those in, and down they go. Yes. And they'll call down to engine room telling you to take us to half power. And then down we go. So, and you guys, you come out of the clouds right above this area as you begin to do your descent. You descend into this little valley. The WindRider begins landing protocols. Lights change again. The landing gear come out, and the WindRider lands softly into this valley in a clearing. Still in stealth mode. Lights shift. They say we've landed, and all is clear. And then that's where we're going to end tonight. So we'll pick up when we get back next time. We'll pick up in this valley and where we're going from here. So, all right, cool. Thank you everybody for hanging with us for a little bit over our normal time. I just needed to get Henry's story out there because sadly Henry will be leaving us. Happily for him because he's doing some really cool clown gigging. That didn't sound right. Clown gigs. You know how anyway, it doesn't matter. So clown gigs, which we're very happy for him.
Clown deathmatch? What's happening? Like
I
what?
know, right? I know.
They're called balloon animals. Jesus Christ.
He's doing cool clown stuff. So, and we're very happy for him, and hopefully he'll be able to come back and play with us at some point. But this will be his last game with us until further notice. So we needed to send his character off to do that, which what he loves to do. So we're going to go around, let everybody again tell us who you are, where we can find you, or who you are, who you played, where we can find you. And I want everyone to say one wonderfully beautiful thing to Henry before he leaves us. So we're going to start with A.
Hey y'all, I'm Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me here every Monday for either WindRiders of Aria or Orlea Origins. Normally, you can also find me on my channel every other Wednesday, but my channel's taking a break from TRPG for the holidays because, oh, fuck retail. You can also find me every other Thursday, including. Normally it's an off week, but we are playing this week unless someone calls out sick again. Cough, cough.
Yeah, right. How's that crud?
You don't know what you're about to get. God damn it.
With me, maybe I'm trying to get me killed. Anyway,
Again.
yeah, fair. But you can find me every other Thursday, including this upcoming Thursday for Reign of Vecna, play Meek, the Reborn Goliath, and Paladin, and then every other Friday on my channel as well for my Stargate 5e campaign. Uh, which, yeah, it's been getting interesting there.
Very cool.
And then, honestly, Honor, it's just been fun playing with you. Just some of the wacky stuff you came up with. you honestly kept throwing us for a loop, especially like I know we bring it up a lot, but that just shows how much it's stuck with it. The whole fireball down a person's throat.
Love it. Okay. Let's go with Kedik.
Hello, I'm Kedek, or I'm Riku, who is playing Kedek tonight. You can find me on social media as Pup Riku. You can find me here on Halfling Wizard, either playing Queers with Mikey as the DM. You can also find me on Olea Origins. And you can find me playing or running Reign of Vecna, which, yes, this week is normally an off week, but we will be playing this week since I missed last week, which should be fun. They're about to wrap up another chapter, which is going to be a good thing to go into the new year with. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. For MC Henry, dude, it's been so much fun hanging with you and playing with you. You've always brought like this joy to our team, and it's been a blast to play. And I hope we get a chance to play with you again soon, for sure.
Right. Okay. Let's go down to Gath.
Hi, everybody, I'm Get Alfred Slayer of Old Worm Slayer. Oh, wait, no, reverse that. Anyways, you can find me here this Thursday for Reign of Vecna as I play Ednus, the non-binary cleric paladin that may or may not let me kill themselves.
Fair. I mean, Paladin.
When it comes to MC Henry, thank you for not pulling an aid by going AWOL.
That was rather out of character, I have to say. I was kind of surprised myself. I was like, wow, he's asking permission to go. Cool. All right. Let's go to Katerina.
Hey, I'm Lisa. I play Katerina. You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel for either WindRiders or Leia Origins, and every other Friday on Celtic Wyvern King's channel for his Stargate 5e campaign. Whenever we get back to that. Let me see, Henry. You have character creation is amazing. The thought and the backstory and the commitment to the character is it's just a joy to watch, but always supportive of the rest of the cast. Um, I don't want to say goodbye because I sure hope you get to come back and play with us again, even if it's just dropping in and out because you're just a joy to know and play with.
Okay.
And
Oh. Oh.
just for you, just for you.
Oh. Yay. All right. Let's go to Dr. Vincenzo.
Hi everyone, this has been Mikey, who gets the privilege to play Dr. Vin here in WindRiders. You can find me this Saturday running my game Queers here at Halfling Wizard Productions. I'm super excited because it is the start of Chapter 2. We actually made it through a whole chapter. And without spoiling too much of Chapter 2, get ready because there's going to be food fights, there's going to be crazy moments, and a certain House of Ninja member may or may not be making a reappearance after last episode. So, very, very excited. Um, and if you're looking for something completely out of the realm of everything, you can catch me pretty much on the internet every day except for Thursdays over at DC WrestlePod, where you want to see a bunch of people talk about wrestling and yell at each other. You should watch that because it's great, especially because this Sunday we are doing our end of the year podcast where we're talking about the good, the bad, and ugly of professional wrestling. So you can watch even more people yell at each other. It is going to be a grand time. And stay tuned because I have some announcements coming down the pipeline, which I'm super excited about. And a couple people here know what I'm working on. So I'm really excited to let that out the bag when we get closer to the end of the year. So stay tuned for more. And then Henry, I unfortunately did not get to be part of here long, but immediately I was like, the vibes were right. Um, I tend to vibe with people, and I think you are an amazing soul. You give off those really good vibes in terms of all of that. And you know what? Whether it's in this game or wherever, the TTRPG gods will ever lead. I hope I get to play with you again because you bring such a warmth and a joy and just an energy that, I really, really enjoy. So even if it was a short time, I appreciate getting to know you, my friend.
Okay. And then, of course, last but not least, Entourage.
You can't find me anywhere.
Mm-mm.
I'm not findable. Sorry. uh I'm gonna go in reverse order of who came before me. Mikey, you might not have experienced a whole lot with me, but I watch streams in my background a lot of times when I'm doing work. And I've watched Queers a few times. And you are doing amazing work. I love your energy. I love the amount of enthusiasm you bring to every single stream, every single moment. You are there on the mat, ready to put that guy down for a count to 10. And thank you for being committed to your process. You are doing amazing work.
Why,
Uh,
thank you. It's much appreciated.
Katerina, you have the biggest heart of anyone I know. I love every moment that we have shared in this stream. I am going to miss you so desperately. I hope you stop flying places and getting shot. So either stop getting shot, stop flying places. But other than that, keep being amazing. You are a source of constant wealth of energy to this stream, and I appreciate it. Gath, you bend over backwards for everyone on this crew, no matter how harebrained the idea is. You are there. You are ready to participate. You are willing to put your spades in, and no one on this team can be counted on any more than Gath already. Captain Carrick, I've got to say, I don't think we shared a whole lot of on-screen time. But as a player, I see how supportive you are of everyone else, trying to give everyone their moments. You're trying to give everyone their place to shine. And I really appreciate that about you as a player and as a person and as a character. And that's probably the shortest one of these, but it's very true. Oh wait, it's not the shortest. Stop blowing the shit out of everything. Jesus Christ. Get a hold of yourself. And that's it. I will be here tomorrow night with Monster of the Week.
Indeed. Excellent.
That's it.
Okay. So, and of course, I am Will, the Halfling Wizard, the Chaos Facilitator, GM, DM, whatever you want to call me, of this amazing group who will absolutely miss Henry and his ease of going anywhere I sent him. Went with everything I threw at him. Just a true gentleman a clown and a gentleman. Let me put it that way. I highly respect you, my man, and you're absolutely welcome back anytime, anyway. So
you are all welcome, by the way, anytime you want on Monster of the Week.
Sweet. Well, there you go. Look at there. Beautiful. All right. Well, make sure you follow us on all the things, the Twitches, the YouTube. Subscribe to us over there. Some things. Check out our merch store. We got some really cool merch. Some really neat stuff going on. I've got my WindRiders cup here today with the Black Tide Syndicate on it. There it is. Oh yeah, Henry had his. I think Lisa has hers. Yeah. So go get them. These are cool. They're 15-ounce mugs. They're amazing. Go get them. I've got several of different ones, so go check it out. Check out our Patreon, and we have, and believe it or not, and it is true, we're going to have a giveaway coming very soon. We got a really cool giveaway item. I'm just waiting on some better pictures from the person donating it to us, and once I get those, I will make that official. But other than that, I think that's it. So I'm going to get these guys out of here because I went late, and I apologize, guys. So everyone just go check them out on all their socials. Go check out their games. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful evening, and we will see you again next time. Bye-bye.
He's wearing so fine, in the tavern sipping on wine, knows the secrets of the old halfling wizard never told. Mystic wand and a pointed hat, talks to people about this and that, sneaky tricks and a wink in his eye. Halfling wizard makes the hours fly. Oh, halfling wizard in the night, casting spells to the moonlight. He can talk and he can know, in his world the magic grows. Down the road in evening light, he'll engage you, that's his delight. Readers of the stars he seeks, in a crowd he's sure to speak.